Hello everyone, welcome back to our Let's Play of Disco Elysium. I'm Chris, I'm here with my co-host Tyler. Say hello, Tyler.
Hello, everybody. We're in church here. We're doing our business. We're learning about Job.
Last time we decided we were going to start internalizing the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center thought, just because it's a quick little one.
And if it's dumb, we'll discard it.
Yeah. So, I'll read out the problem, as is tradition. It's Wednesday evening, and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wunder twins Guy and Keith Joost are the stars of the show, with their bomber jackets and white sneakers, head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wumpty Dumpty Dumdy Dum. It's the Wumpty Dumdy Dummiest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. Where are you if you are not there?
It's clearly the Guggenheim, so I'm far the fuck away in Brooklyn, being based.
I'm so mad that I screwed it up, but
Oh, don't be. They wanted you to screw it up. That was the artistic intent of that name, was to pull one on you.
that's a nice thought. All right, let's internalize it.
See, that's the thing with art, is that you can never actually be wrong. You just have to justify it hard enough.
You're right. All right, so last time we had a very long conversation with the ceiling man.
Yeah,
And
much
this
like
time-
Job, he had.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go on.
You had an
I was gonna
opinion
say
about Job?
I was gonna say, much like Job, he had everything taken away from him. But that makes no sense.
We've got a silk scarf over here.
Nice. I like that more than the Tucker Carlson bow tie.
All right.
Oh, we really do look like a daddy now. Or zaddy. Yeah.
What jacket? How about the green one?
What's up with their legs?
Yeah, it's a weird lighting bug. Looks like. What is it? What goes best with the? Does it the commander's jacket?
Nah, not the commander's jacket.
The disco ass blazer.
Oh, I thought you were just saying disco ass blazer. I didn't know
The
it was their
kimono?
actual name. There we go.
Yeah, this is more like it. Oh man, look at our plating. Look at us go.
Baby. Now, just out of curiosity, can you wear the mesh tank top over top of the armor?
You cannot, unfortunately.
Never mind.
Use
Then.
the same slot.
I was gonna say it's incredible.
And let's actually get these found gloves off and put on. Wait, do we have any other gloves? I guess not. All right.
No, gotta find like the leather typing gloves. Imagine like a big old cartoon deer.
Yep.
The big derpy face. You just drew derpy hooves, but with antlers. That's called remixing. Man, I wonder what's on these computers. Probably oids.
Here?
Yeah, what do you see?
What do your elf eyes see? Shoes, apparently.
Let's get some shoes.
I feel like this is like all of this guy's old clothes.
Oh my god.
They look pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think
Those are shoes.
I mean, do I want to take off our armor though that we worked so hard to get?
What are the shoes grant us?
Empathy.
I don't think we don't have that much empathy checks. I don't think.
Well, we can always change clothes before a check.
Yeah. Except those shoes really scream old.
Except
town
red
road to
checks,
me.
I guess. But
Oh yeah, we screwed up that one red check, or did we? No, I think we did okay.
all right, what do you want to examine first?
Let's go from left to right.
No, I mean like the gaping hole in the wall or the radio computer.
Oh, let's start with the gaping hole and move on to the computer. Sorry, that's what I meant by left to right first.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Dei. Cradled
that's
in
what we were
her
simping
arms
for.
are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Wait, why should we kneel?
I don't know. You just have that impression.
Let's kneel, even if it's for show.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
And the sky is gray.
When the sky is gray.
Stopped into a church. I passed along the way. Let's close our eyes first.
The
And then
world
we will
is silent,
look up.
but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you. It covers you from the wind outside. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
All right.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
This is Dolores Dei.
The
What a
old woman in
babe!
the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew it.
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
That's a really dismissive way to say that. Okie dokie.
Gotta talk somehow.
I guess. What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
God's a machine.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of Delorianism?
By the way, these are both. This is very high. This is very low.
Damn. Are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
Stroke her chin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
So number 1, I didn't think him was spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
I'll try to make these checks.
Let's do it. I like this low commitment faith / religion / organization / belief system.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Dei, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
All right.
Now, what else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
What else?
Terribly, Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state, a scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale, a costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Riel Belt.
All right.
Damn. Learning a lot of Faith. Was there something terrifying about her? I mean, she looks ginormous in this picture compared to the king in the front.
Terrifying
I'm not scared of
is
big
a
women.
term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Dei, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Oh no.
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
It's
She
kind of an
adored
incredible
chess,
move.
yes, but also military war games. Dolores Dei often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Dei to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Officer, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Glowing bloods, it's fucked up. Damn. I feel like number 3 is an incredible answer. But I'm not sure. Kim's like, yeah, she's part of our faith. I'm like, why did we tolerate her before we fucking killed her?
It's like bringing a Roman centurion into a Catholic church. He was like, wait a minute.
This is freak.
I served a tour in Judea. Who's this guy?
Are we ever really over Brutus?
Lots of
Hmm.
options.
Damn, this is hard. 'Cause the bottom three. Actually, wow. I saw number 7. I missed that. Holy shit. I'm actually really torn how to answer those.
Yeah, there's a lot of answers here. They're interesting.
Number 5 and 6 are inappropriate. Number 4 is kind of lame. Number 1, I think, makes us sound like a crazy person. Number 2 is just kind of. I feel like that's a delinquent answer. Like, whoa, she had glowing lungs. It's crazy. I bet she could take a hit of weed. Like, really? Like, no, let's not do that. So I'm torn between number 7 and number 3. I feel like number 7 would be very mean to Kim.
Well, I mean,
Let's go with number 3.
all right.
She introduced us to the idea of public education, retirement, and modern diplomacy. Either way, this church, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
Yeah, we kind of got lost.
Do you want to try and do this check?
Yeah, let's rebuild the glass of this woman.
Okay, hold on. Let me get our make sure our visual calculus is the best it can be.
Gotta get the right glasses. Get the prescription glasses. Wait, those are hurting us, maybe.
No, it's fine. Bad for our
Oh,
perception, but let me just check and make sure.
Oh,
Visual calculus. Here we go.
I'm gonna professor coat. You put the tweed pads on the leather jacket. You got it backwards. You ruined a perfectly good jacket. No,
The
Kim.
mother of
I ruined 2
humanism
good
stands
jackets.
above you, a precious and complex
Just like that.
wax
42%.
painting
Want to
on
give it a
a
go?
single pane of
Let's
glass.
punch it.
A crack runs across the length of her, but the shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
All right. No dice. We can always try it again later.
Let's try later. We will reconstruct the best parts of Margaret Thatcher and Christopher Columbus.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
That fucking sound effect is so good.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Let's investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
It's inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Let's hit play. I bet we'll have an easier time with Star Wars Lady than last time.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Let's go with number 2. I don't want to give away that we already talked to her.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Ooh.
I think we've been through these.
Yeah, let's get out of here and talk to Tiago again.
Received. Votre accident Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No. Also, is she Fortress Accident or are we Fortress Accident? 'Cause this is a different filming cube.
We are accessing it.
Yeah, this is a different computer though.
Well, I mean, Fortress Accident, I guess, is not necessarily a single computer's designation.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, we're done with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Should we leave?
Nothing happens.
Ah, darn.
Nothing. Want to talk to Tiago?
Yeah, let's see if he's got the password.
The password.
It printing nothing. What's Harry printing? He's printing nothing.
Oh, hey, Wade. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
Yeah, like Everard.
Look, man. I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
Are you making coffee for nobody?
Heard the password?
Yeah, what is it?
Too many times, essay, you need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Okay, number one is just straight up wallet inspector.
Yep. Got any 20s?
Go fish. I feel like number three is the most forward. If he truly loves the mother's voice, he'd understand why one would be silenced.
All right.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Okay, goodbye.
I think we're done here, essay.
Oh,
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
we're gonna call Lemmy and he's gonna solve the case for us.
Look, Kim, sometimes you just gotta wander around in a church a few miles away from the thing that you were formerly doing.
Yeah, Kim, it's called keeping an open mind.
Hey, her innocence Dolores Dei liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
What?
You have the headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
When who back?
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily.
Should we?
Is this, wait, who are you giving it to? Like our wife?
Dolores Day, apparently. Who?
Okay, we'll give Dolores Day the figure, I guess.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
All right.
Okay,
We can-
we'll do this now, I guess.
Yeah. Can we do it here? Let's just see.
The fuck did we
The
just take
mother
on?
of humanism stands above
Ah.
you. A precious
What?
and complex. Why?
Because she's a stained glass window.
Oh
That
god.
does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else?
Like what?
I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already.
We're
The
exploring.
mother of humanism towers above you.
For
We'll have to.
fuck's sakes.
We'll have to find another way to give figurines to Dolores Day.
Oh no, we're gonna go find the new innocents, aren't we? You remind me of
The
Dolores
machine's
Day.
keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and
Look
Play?
print
inside.
buttons.
Yeah, play again.
The speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune.
Shall we give the password?
Let's give the password.
Station. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No.
Okay.
Goodbye, Votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs.
Wow.
It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Shall we read it?
Let's read it.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Let's read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Typing them.
Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving.
Let's keep reading this Tumblr.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Machine antenna.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Let's find out.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Ouch.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Who are these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
What data loss? Why would Lemmy
Seems
steal
like
this data?
something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
All right.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
It's a
Is she
cell.
talking about?
Cell worked for them.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
What could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
The 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
Must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
Do you want to crack this open?
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Oh, we have to wait until we're done with the conversation.
Oh, yeah. I was the one who broke into that radio computer. That's me.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Okay.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
It's a lady. You're not a cell.
Nope.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Jesus, I hate... Sorry, I hate both of these answers. Number one just makes it sound insane.
Really? Out of the two of them, I would have said the second one makes it sound more insane. Although...
I think that was the most honest, because we know it's true.
Yeah, it's your call.
Let's go with number two.
You won't find any answers from here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Yes.
All
What are we
right.
thinking? Is there a breakthrough?
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
All right. Now, every time our encyclopedia triggers, we get 10 experience and 2 real. But we are a pretentious wanker.
I don't like being a pretentious wanker.
No, but I do love getting lots of XP from encyclopedia passives. That seems
That
pretty
is
good.
true. I like
Because
what
our
Jesus
encyclopedia
did.
never shuts up.
This is perfect.
All right. Well, let's see if we can chat with her.
Excuse me, Miss Lady.
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
You're not the lead programmer of Call It Adventure, are you?
Yes. Or, no, not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Why are you here in this church? I mean, churches are cool, but
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
and what are you doing in an abandoned church? They take your house?
You really like those questions, don't you?
These are all good answers.
But what do you think will get the grease?
I'm a cop. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is it connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
This is like how there's when solar flares happen, sometimes in a computer will flip a 0 to a 1 in binary or vice versa. And
Something like that, except it's physical.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they managed to record it through, I think it was a Mario 64 playthrough, or they just jumped like a bunch of levels because of this very specific spot a code switch, but they couldn't figure out what it was until it's like, oh, it was a solar flare.
Hmm.
Has
Well-
nothing to do with half-pressed A, so I'm not entertaining that school of thought.
You can't just say it's a half.
Yeah,
What does that mean exactly?
what a half-pressed A is? Oh,
What does it mean?
Sorry, I was just like steering this back on
It has
course.
been impossible
No,
to
that's
say
fair.
what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
why don't you just measure everything around the nothing where you think it is and just look for the void?
Unfortunately, our logic is not up to it.
Oh, we don't need logic, we need common sense. We're living in a world with holes in it, like Swiss cheese. That's fucked up. Swiss cheese made from bacteria farts.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
I don't even. How do you know that it doesn't exist, let alone measure it?
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
That's literally a joke in Metalocalypse of recording things in water. Ooh, ooh, where is the hole located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
Dr.
The Pillar
Crabman.
of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
The crab man.
I know. No, I don't.
I see.
What if he is, though?
He might be.
If he, like, do you think he did? No. But what if he did? Have you considered that? Yes.
I have.
He said that the research isn't going well.
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
All right.
Sounds like you're trying to chase the past. Like
Great.
me.
Thanks.
Where are all the machines here? Why do you have so many Galaga machines in here?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
But what if I want to play Third Strike? Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
What?
RAIN prefect. My radio computer.
And the antenna is its processing unit.
Yes?
Penis.
You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I know a little. I know they don't react well to water.
Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
And the AR-1 is a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
Yeah, r/milieux is my favorite subreddit, so I know how to build radio computers.
I love a radio computer.
I do too. I go on eBay to buy serial numbers for $2 of radio computers where I can just install Radio Computer OS.
No. I just yell ones and zeros at my Walkman until something happens.
Well, you know what happens? People tell you to stop.
That is usually what happens.
Your cat runs away.
Please, sir, this is an IKEA. You can't just yell things.
Someone in the back is like, they recognize the binary you're yelling. It's like, that joke sucks. What about those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
We did get some information about that already.
That's true. And we already know what she's doing with the radio computer, so it's kind of redundant. What's the next question?
Great.
How do you feel about hypnotic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she
What?
hasn't even heard it.
What? How do you know you hate it? You seem like the most perfect person who would love it.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
You're
How do
using
you
a
feel about a club for it?
Yeah, you can
This
be
is
the
about
owner.
those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what do they want to build here?
Take a guess, why don't you?
What? What? Why would a petting zoo be one of the answers?
Maybe that's what we think they're gonna do.
I mean, that speaks to something very special about Harry that I admire.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to build a nightclub in here, but the truth is, it's something literally miles away. That's so stupid. No, I still believe it's number 4.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck.
If you collabed.
I'm not coming in there.
What if you two collabed? You like computers, programming in Rust? They like doing drugs and dancing to electronic music. You guys should mesh well together. Imagine the visualizers you can make to hypnotic dance music.
I mean, I don't know. I'm into hypnotic dance music, so I'm totally off of this right now.
Okay, I just realized something that's unrealistic about this scene. She's clearly programming, right?
Maybe.
Where's
She's
Where's
typing.
where's her cat ears?
I have no comment on that.
Fucking fake and made up, not realistic. 0 out of 10. Cat ears makes you program faster. That's what I learned. Okay, have you seen the crab man?
Nope.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you. He must have seen you. Let's go number 2.
And
I love how terse this is. Okay, it's probably not a big deal then.
no, you're right. I'm not.
Not even paying attention.
Alright, well, you know, we're done here, I guess. Damn, Daniel. That was a big convo.
That certainly was. We've got another level up.
Ooh.
And now we need to talk to Andre about what Suna thinks about the nightclub, if we want to
I hope
continue
nothing-
this.
I do. I hope nothing bad comes of it.
Me too.
What time is it? Like 3 o'clock in local time?
5.
5? Oh, shit.
Do you want
13, 1300.
Did you have stuff you wanted to get to back in the main body of Revachol?
No, I was just thinking about like what our schedule looks like for the day. I know that we have other stuff to do, but I just thought like 1300 is 1 o'clock.
Yeah. This is, yes, it's 17, so it's 5
You
p.m.
were right. You were right. I don't understand. Hey, it's a mouse. Look at the
Yeah.
mice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna break kayfabe for a second. Whenever it cuts away to a loading screen, I see our Discord.
Yeah.
I keep seeing Sonic taking the bullet for JFK.
Well, hey, man, you gotta lie in the bed you made.
I know. I lie in the grave of the bed that I dug.
All right.
All right. Let's tell him what Sooner really thinks.
Let's. But before we do that, we will have to save it for next time. So, if you have been, thanks for watching.
If you've seen Billy Bat, let us know if it was the white bat or the black one.
All right. Bye.